Today, we are going to demonstrate on how to use OKTA as an identity access management for secure remote access via Versa Secure Web Gateways. To successfully integrate OKTA IAM solution with Versa Secure Web or Cloud Gateways, first we need to create an app in the OKTA portal. To configure an app, log into your OKTA admin console. Click on Applications followed by Create App Integration button. On the pop-up window, select SAML 2.0 as the sign-in method and click on Next. Fill up the app name with the desired name and click on Next. The rest of the general settings are optional. On the SAML settings, give the single sign-on URL as displayed. Here the gateway's FQDN is used as the main URL. Give the service provider entity ID as displayed. The sample URL settings are given in the video description for reference. Next, select the name ID format as email address and application username as OKTA username. In the group attribute statements, create a group matching regex as .star to fetch the user to group mappings. Use the group name as given in the video description. This is important to create group-based mappings in the Versa Cloud Gateways while creating internet protection rules and other user-based policies. Then click on Next button. In the feedback, leave it as defaults and click on Finish. This would have created the new application. Next step is to create the groups and users. First, let's create a group. Go to Directories and select Groups. Next, click on Add Group and fill the group name and description. Next, refresh the page and go the newly created group. Click on Applications and assign the newly created application to this group. Next, go to People tab under Directory tab. Click on Add Person button to create new users. On the new pop-up, fill in the user details as per your requirement. Additionally, assign the required groups this user should be mapped across. Next, click on Activate Now and set a password. Finally, click on Save button to save the user. To map the application to the user, search for the user and check if the applications and groups are mapped as per the requirement. This completes the users and groups creation. An enterprise can create multiple users and groups and map it to the app created. Additionally, OKTA also supports Active Directory integration using their agents. Log in to the Concerto portal using valid credentials. Once logged in, select your tenant. In our case, it is SASE org1. Next, click on Configure. Under Secure Services Edge, click on Settings. On the drop-down, select Users and Groups option. On the Add Users and Group page, click on the Add button. Choose the authentication types as SAML and click on Next. Now, to configure the settings correctly, we need a couple of informations from the OKTA app. Single sign-on URL, Service Provider Entity ID and Identity Provider Entity ID are mandatory fields that needs to be retrieved from the OKTA app to proceed with the configuration. Additionally, we need to import the IDP certificate into the Versa SASE Secure Web Gateways. To retrieve the required information, go to your OKTA admin console. Under Applications, open up the created app, click on Sign On and scroll down to open the SAML setup instructions. Next, copy and paste the single sign-on URL in the Concerto page. Copy-paste the Identity Provider Entity ID URL in the respective field. Download the certificate and rename it with .crt extension. Next, go back to the OKTA application and click on the General tab. Copy-paste the metadata URL into the Service Provider Entity ID. Upload the Identity Provider certificate by clicking on Add New button. If the upload is successful, the certificate details would be displayed. In the prefix ID field, fill it as OKTA. Click on SAML type as OKTA and click on Next. On the Location of Users and User Groups page, click on User Groups and add the user group as Engineering Group that was created on the OKTA app. Click on Add button and click on Next. Give the profile a name and save the config. Now the SAML profile is created. It is also possible to map multiple users and groups created on the OKTA portal to be consumed on Versa Secure Web Gateways for user validations, authorizations, and traffic restrictions. Finally, publish the created configuration to the desired gateways by clicking on the Publish button. Select the gateway to which the configuration needs to be pushed and click on Publish button. Monitor the status until the publishing of configuration is complete. An enterprise can control which users should connect to the gateway and portal by mapping the SAML users or group under the Secure Client Access Policy rules. To configure user restrictions for Secure Client Access, go to the Configure section. Select Secure Services Edge and click on Secure Client Access. Click on Policy Rules. Modify the existing rule or create a new one. In our example, we are going to modify the existing VSA full tunnel rule. Open up the rule. Scroll down and edit the Users and Groups section. Click on Customize. From the drop-down, select the SAML profile. Select the required groups from the User Groups section. Click on Next, preview the configurations and save the configuration. Next, publish the configuration to the required gateway by clicking on the Publish button. Wait for the configuration push to complete and verify if the configuration is completed. Go to the Windows client and open up the Versa SASE client. Re-register to the appropriate enterprise by clicking on SASE org1 and click on Re-register. Fill in the portal FQDN details, enterprise organization name and the OKTA username. Here we are going to connect as one of the user in engineering group. Click on Submit. This will redirect to the OKTA single sign-on portal for the application we created on OKTA. Fill in the username and click on Next. Verify the multi-factor authentication code got from OKTA Verify app on your mobile. Next, feed in the password and click on Verify. This should successfully register to the portal and get the required configurations for the gateway connection. Next, click on the Connect button by selecting the appropriate gateway. This should successfully form the IPsec tunnel to the Versa Secure Web Gateway, using the provided OKTA credentials. To monitor the users connected to a gateway, click on Monitor. Next, click on the honeycomb button at the bottom. Click on the region where the gateway is hosted. In this example, these gateways are hosted in Chennai region. Click on the gateway where the users would be connected and click on Monitor Appliance. Next, click on NGFW tab and click on User Identification tab. From the drop-down, select the live users along with the detail option. This would display the live users connected to the gateway along with the session hits, group ID, timestamp, and so on. To view the analytics information, click on Analytics. On the dashboard, select your tenant organization. Next, click on Secure Access, then on Users. Click on the Usage tab. Here the analytics would display the different statistics of per user by total bandwidth, top users by bandwidth, and statistics per user of the users connected to the gateway. On the Registry tab, the user's endpoint informations like OS versions, client version installed, and the geolocation of the connected clients would be recorded, in case an administrator requires to do any investigation. This completes the demonstration. Not only OKTA, it is also possible to integrate the Versa Cloud gateways for secure remote access with other identity access management tools such as Ping Identity, Office 365, and Azure Active Directory as well.